hello, guys. We are back. And all I did was switch partners this time. Not my permanent partner, my guest partner. We went from talking to Shell Gant to talking to Dr. Twana.
Hello.
Y'all know we love talking to Dr. House, baby. She come in and give out great advice and give us great opportunities for us to get somewhere and get ourselves together. And today is no different. She is here today with more get it together ooity for us. Yeah, get it together ooity. And that's the opportunity for you to get yourself together. Now, I know for a fact that September is going to kick off some great things because for September the 6th.
Oh my gosh, yes.
September the 6th.
Yes.
We are podcasting.
We are, because as you know, I do so much. I try to keep myself together, do all of it, sis, you know that.
Yes.
But so being that it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, for Beacon of Hope Champions, which is my nonprofit that I have, I do a podcast once a month called The Lighthouse with Dr. T. We are in season 3. This is our 3rd year. And so for this September, for Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I decided to put together a round table to discuss about suicide prevention and our faith.
I love it.
To talk about, how there's sometimes struggles that come with people in their faith. If they're contemplating suicide, they sometimes wonder, well, is that a sin? What happens if someone completes a suicide and they lose their life? What does that mean for them as far as your relationship with God? Or what does it mean as far as, so to speak, what happens after this? Like, where did they go and all of that? And how does that affect our culture, the Christian culture, and things like that. So I'm so excited that I have on this round table Michelle Gant, who was here just a few minutes ago.
Yes.
To share her story. I also have Rachel Burns, who is the executive director of Escarosa Suicide Prevention Coalition. She's also the chair of the Florida Suicide Prevention Coalition, as well as the Mental Health Task Force Northwest Florida. So wealth of knowledge, wealth of
love
experience. So she's going to be there. And then I have my bro all the way from Aliceville, Alabama, outside of Tuscaloosa.
Come on.
His name is Pastor Gabriel Poe. He is also a pastor, but he also is a mental health advocate. And he has had his struggles also concerning suicide. So he is going to share his journey. He's a rookie on this all-star panel because he's finally coming out and talking about this for the first time.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So I'm excited about giving the platform for him to have a safe space to share. So definitely tune in Saturday, September 6th.
I'm excited.
We're at a special time at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern for y'all doing it virtually. It's going to be on Facebook on my page, as you can see there, and it's also going to be on YouTube. Also.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
So a great opportunity for us to get a wealth of information from different opinions and different views.
Yes.
And that's a great thing. We were talking earlier about the stigma that comes with it.
Yes.
Personally experienced suicide very young in life and had to deal with a lot of negativity and ignorant mindsets. And when I say ignorant, I mean lack of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Lack of knowledge. When I say ignorant, I don't mean the person that knows and chooses not to operate in that knowledge. I mean a person who just may not know what it all entails. And so they're speaking without any facts.
Right.
That is the ignorance I'm speaking of.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it traps those of us that have been affected by it.
It does trap. And unfortunately, here's the thing, that I'm grateful that we are in a time now, even more so since the pandemic, that there's been more of an openness. To talk about it. There's still somewhat of a taboo essence still to it.
Yes.
But it's less than what it was before in the past. Because a lot of these things that we're talking about are things that we were encouraged in our culture, especially in the Black community, to be secretive about. To keep it in the house. To not show any signs of
Yes.
weakness.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, just because you may have an issue doesn't mean that you're a weak person. It just means that you just have an issue that you just need to have addressed. And like I say all the time, your emotions are meant to be messengers and they're meant to
Yes.
control you. And just because you're saying, well, I'm feeling like my life is not worth living, you need to give that person space to allow themselves to say why.
To even say why.
Yeah, because ignorance will, like you say, will trap people into thinking I can't be helped.
Yes.
Or I can't be acknowledged. Or
Yes.
I won't be heard. Or I won't be seen.
Yes. Or I'm
And
broken beyond repair.
broken beyond repair, which we know that is not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah. But when you don't give the person the space to feel safe, when you don't give them the room to release what they're dealing with,
Yes.
we further place them into a deeper bondage. And it's much harder for that person to feel the freedom to express themselves.
Right. And actually, I was just at a meeting at Global Learning Academy with United Way that's based there because they have a Healthy Schools Escambia initiative. And I'm working with them on some things in reference to the elementary school students and their parents.
Yes.
Because I've heard actually that even as young as 8 years old, they're thinking about suicide. That is how young that is coming to now. And so with that, I was telling them the importance that children need to have a safe space to be able to feel, to be able to identify what they feel.
Yes.
To know it's okay to say, when this happened to me, I felt sad. I felt scared.
Yes.
And that really should encourage conversations in their home to just discuss about what is that look like? What can I do to support my child's mental health?
Yes.
And so I think that, I'm just grateful that openness is happening. We still got some stigmas to work with, but the more conversations we have, and the more bold we are with our stories, I think that, definitely that could be eradicated.
I agree totally. I agree. And I think that the fact that we are allowing ourselves that space now for the conversation,
right?
I think that is the key to healing.
It is.
And I told Miss Gant earlier when she was here, I told her, I said, I believe that if we continue in the path that we're going, we can literally eradicate suicide, because suicide is literally the inability to find someone to relate to your current situation. You feel so isolated and so alone, you don't think there's any other resolve for you. So the fact that we're coming out of the place where you can't talk about it, that we're coming out of the place where even those that have been affected by it, we feel more freedom to speak on it. Because for the person that has committed the act, they've accomplished their release. But those of us that they leave behind,
my gosh.
Oh, we are set on a totally different path. And I don't care what your trajectory was prior to suicide. After that act, your trajectory changes.
Because that's what trauma does. Trauma will literally, it not only changes you, but it changes the very trajectory of your life.
Oh, the very
trajectory of your life.
Yes.
What's happening with your life, what's happening in mine. We've had to find ways of where's the hope in it. For us to try to find a way to move forward, even though that the trauma existed, but we can't stay stuck in the place where the trauma happened. Life is still happening. People are still moving forward. What we're going to do. So, but trauma has a power to transform you.
Absolutely.
And that's what's happened to me and to you and others like Michelle and others, that they're taking their stories of the pain, of the trauma, and transforming it to where, okay, I may not have been able to save my child or whatever, but I'm going to help someone else. And that's where we get the connection, and that's where the hope comes in, and that's why you keep going with what you're doing. You keep pushing and pushing.
I absolutely agree with that. And I believe strongly that when you have a faith base, the recovery process, it is still painful. But it's not as torturous. Because there is a torture attached to trauma.
It is.
It's a mental torture attached to it. Sometimes there's a physical torture attached to it. And But the mental
Ooh,
but the
it's like physically you may be present and it may appear as you escape, but mentally and emotionally you're still there.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And in the words of Antoine Fisher, the smell of pancakes will let you know how your day is going to go.
My goodness.
That man said when he smelled pancakes, he knew it was going to be a good day because she took time out of herself to prepare that for them. But when he didn't smell them pancakes, he didn't know what was waiting for him in that kitchen.
Exactly.
And that's how we are. After you've survived that, when you have a faith base, the pain is still there, but not so much that trauma. But when you don't have that faith base, the smell of pancakes can send you running.
And I really just would say, as I told him when I was down in Palmetto, Florida for a mental health and wellness clinic that I was asked to be part of. And one of the things I always say, Gail, is that we got to be aware of both our divinity that is in line with our faith, but we also got to be aware of our humanity.
Hello.
You got to be aware of both.
Hello.
You can't ignore one without the other.
Hello.
You can have the faith, but you can also be honest and say, God, this is where I'm at.
Hello.
But your faith can be the thing that can help you get to a place where the trauma, it's kind of like I always say like the Holy Ghost is like an anesthesia.
Hello.
It's like, I feel the pressure, but it ain't as bad. I feel that cut, but it's not feeling as deep.
And I totally agree.
I mean, so I definitely agree with you about the faith base being there, because that's the connection you have to hope.
And I want to just tag in right there and say this. And then when we are a part of a faith-based community,
yes,
when you have faith as your base, it's easier to go to God with the broken and contrite spirit.
It is.
Because you know that he will in no way despise it. But when your teaching is teaching you broken and contrite is not of God.
Yeah.
Now you're confused as to where to go. So it's very, very extremely important that as a part of your faith base, your faith base is strong.
Yeah.
And rooted in knowledge and not emotion.
And you're absolutely
and rooted in knowledge and not emotion.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Because if that base is rooted in emotion, you're going to get messed up somewhere along the way.
Yeah, but our emotions aren't reliable though.
That's the point. That's the whole point too. That is the whole entire point.
They're not reliable. You can't depend on them.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like don't make your decisions based on them. Please don't act upon them, because that never works out with you.
It does not.
It does not.
It does not. And sadly, that is a lot of what suicide is.
Yes.
It's
in the moment.
It's emotion action based.
Yes. In the moment.
It's a spur of the moment.
Yes.
Even if you've thought about it for a while, that actual act is spur of the moment. And it is in the end just a reflection of you not being able to release in a healthy way the real problem, the real trauma, the real need.
Is for a lot of people, it's just an escape from
the
pain.
Yes.
And basically feeling like that's the only way out.
Yes.
And so that's why I have to, and we'll talk about this maybe hopefully on Saturday. That is, I have an issue when people say that, well, they were being selfish. Not necessarily.
Yes.
Not necessarily. But them, they probably felt that was the only way out. Maybe in their minds, they didn't want to be a burden to you.
I was going to say that.
So that doesn't mean they're being selfish at all. A lot of times people who are contemplating suicide, if they really are meaning it, mostly because men are known to do it more than women, they already have the plan. They already have it set out. It's just a matter of what moment is it going to happen? What's it going to be the tipping point for them to do that? So you can't necessarily say they're being selfish. I'm sure they contemplated everything.
And sometimes they really do believe they're sparing everyone else.
and they feel like to not be selfish,
Mm-hmm.
let me take myself out the
Mm-hmm.
equation.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing, of course, they're not seeing it from your side, how that could be affected. So yeah. Mm.
But at the time that they're thinking it, they're just thinking they'll be better off without me.
Right.
I'm not fit for so and so.
Right.
I'm not a good husband, or I'm not a good father, or I'm not a good influence.
Yeah.
Whatever that mental battle, that mental war is, they don't have a way or someone to talk to that can help them release it and realize the error of it.
Right. That's why the conversations need to happen.
Yes.
That's why people.
I'm very excited for Saturday. I'm very excited for what's going to come out of that.
I am too, because I really believe that it's a necessary conversation that needs to happen.
Yes.
I know it's a radical one, but it really should be something of the norm, especially if you're talking about
and it really should.
You're talking about the Christian community.
It really should.
It should be more discussed. But I believe that the more that we discuss it, it's going to help people be equipped to have these difficult conversations.
Absolutely.
And speaking of conversations, that leads into sharing hope that's coming up for NAMI and Coast later on this month. And so you had the pleasure of being with us for our second annual Gathering Healing, which was our third community conversation in the Sharing Hope series.
Yes.
So now we're starting over again, our new cycle. All right. So this is the first of those conversations, and we have Sunshine Health partnering with us once again.
I love it.
So it's going to be Friday, September 26th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Listen, I know y'all got these football games, and I know you got all this other stuff you do on Friday and everything. I get that. But listen, this is something that's going to be helpful to you to discuss how mental health affects our minority community.
Yes.
Communities of color like us. How we look at it through the lens of our culture.
Yes.
And how we can provide safe spaces to have more conversations and to feel like they can be seen and heard and acknowledged and helped. Because you got to remember, 1 in 3 really not really a lot of us go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Not a lot of us go to a therapist. We'll go to the ER.
Yeah.
And we may go to our primary care physician, but outside of that, we don't really do anything when it comes to mental health.
Yes.
Which is really interesting. We're going like, your brain is an organ like everybody else.
Yeah.
Everything else in your body. So yeah, definitely look at that QR code right there on the flyer to register for free. We'll have, other vendors there as well. But we love when we're able to start over another cycle, because that means we have had the conversations that have been powerful, and we're getting ready to fall. And then again, of course, it'll end on the third one with the third annual Gathering Healing. I already got that scheduled.
I love it.
Coming up for April, February actually, next year in the same place. My pastor said, and next year, I'm like, I guess he said you're gonna have it here.
I love that. I love that.
So we got to keep the conversation going.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And I also agree with the fact that there are specialists that you're bringing in to talk to about it, because also in our community, we have a lot of, I talk to my sisters all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, my cousin give great advice, but your cousin has been divorced 4 times and been to jail twice. So I don't know if your cousin give the best advice, but I just want to say that occasionally we need to sit down and have conversations.
Non-biased feedback is what you need. Okay.
That's right.
And because even for me, even with what I do as even being a mental health coach, I even told one of my dear friends who I love very much, who says that she needed to talk to someone. I said, okay, of course you need to talk to one. It's just not going to be me.
Yes.
I said, because out of respect, I got to be mindful of my conflict of interest here because of what I know.
Yeah.
We need non-biased, advice. So yes, I would definitely agree with that, because, sometimes you need somebody else's voice talking to you and telling you really from a objective standpoint what you really need
to hear. Not what you want to hear.
No.
Child, if I was you, I would, but you're talking to me. And you see, I'm not doing that. So it doesn't matter if you were me, because if you were me, you'd be making these choices because you'd be me.
Exactly.
I need to speak to a not if I was you type person.
Exactly. Because sometimes even when I say like, listen, I know this is my perspective, but the truth be told, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. It's not until that situation occurs that I would even know. I'm just saying.
That's the truth of it, though.
I just wouldn't know.
That's the truth of
I
it.
wouldn't know.
That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Not if I were you.
No.
Because you've never been over here.
No.
You have no idea what this feels like. You're standing over there with a totally different umbrella over your head.
It kills me when people say that. Oh my God.
And you over here looking at mine, and I got 7 big holes in my umbrella, but you telling me what you would do. You don't even have any holes here. Like, leave me alone. I cannot trust your opinion at this point.
That's amazing.
So listen, I'm super excited about the 26th. You said that they should hit the QR code, but when they hit it, what's gonna happen?
They're gonna register for
and how much is registration?
Free.
Oh, wait. We have to say that again. How much? Wait. How much is registration?
Free.
Did you hear her just say free? Free advice, free help, an opportunity for you to get some type of direction, if not for yourself, for someone you love, for someone. Listen, years ago, my sister has been passed away now 12 years. So probably 22 years ago, my sister called me one day and I just said, "What do you want, beautiful?" She said, "I want to go to sleep and I never want to wake up." I totally heard what she said.
Yeah.
And because of how we had grown up, I knew not to be dismissive of what she had said. And I knew not to make light of what she had said. As a comedian, sometimes you got to know when it's not a joke.
Yes.
You have to know when it's not a joke. And in that light, I knew it was not a joke. I'm going to date myself a little bit. I went and bought bonbons and I went to Blockbuster.
I love bonbons.
And I rented Let's Give Them Something to Talk About with Julia Roberts and the little short lady who played her sister, Kira Sedgwick. And we got butter pecan and chocolate bonbons. We sat in that bed and we watched that one movie 3 different times. And we ate those bonbons. And when it was over with, I said, "So what we doing now?" And she said, "I don't know. Let's go out back and clean out the car." She didn't want to take a long nap, and I was satisfied in that. But at the end of that, I went and talked to somebody else because I needed to know how to better help my sister.
Right.
I did not for one second think that I had the answer. All I had at that time was Christ. And I knew to pray for my sister and go and be in her physical presence. But I didn't know how to help her past that point. And after we got out of that emergent situation, that was the very next thing I did, was I went and I tried to find out how I could better help her. And in the end, it was through counseling and it was through talking to somebody other than me that she was able to get to a better place. And we never heard that type of a conversation again.
There you go.
But you have to be willing to go outside of yourself and realize sometimes you are not the answer. You are not it. Just because you have Christ in your hip pocket and you got 19 scriptures under your tongue.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm saying this as a personal 19 scripture on my tongue. I'm not saying that in any way makes me equipped to deal with every situation I encounter.
Right.
If you are really in tune with God and if you are really having a strong prayer life, he will definitely let you know you out your league.
Yes.
And you will humble yourself and get out of the way.
Yes.
But I appreciate those that have been called to stand boldly Because, child, I be calling this girl with some mess. And I am just grateful.
Gail.
Grateful.
Misunderstood, girl.
I'm that right there now. I'm misunderstood. And so I just want to say thank you.
But you know what? I am grateful because if you would have asked me sometime years ago if I ever thought I'd see myself in this position, I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized my life has been this journey to get me here.
Yeah.
So I could be in this space to help others and have events like what's happening on Saturday, September 6th.
Yes.
With that round table.
Yes.
Have events like on September 26th. Like, listen,
Yes.
this is one of those things that if you know y'all going to have those conversations around that dinner table coming up, like around Thanksgiving, Christmas, so if you want to navigate these difficult topics like mental illness and what have you coming up, we can equip you for those conversations. We can equip you for how to approach them. So that's the whole point of why we're here. God would not have really allowed us. It's like I said not too long ago, the word of God says in 2 Peter chapter 1, you want to talk about scripture.
Come on here. Come on.
Verses 5 through 7, that you're supposed to add to your faith virtue and knowledge. Knowledge can come from a counselor. We also know in Proverbs it says it's in a multitude of counselors that
that's it.
safety,
that is
right.
That is.
Okay, so what God is saying is like, look, yes, you can pray to me, but you can also ask me for wisdom on what to do or how to address these things.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yes.
Because when you pray for wisdom, then God's okay, well, you talk about it from this aspect, start here. Oh, go to this counselor. Okay, maybe try this treatment. Or go maybe use the medication, that kind of stuff. That's all you have to do. If you say you got all this faith that you say that you got, just pray for the wisdom you need and shut your mouth and listen to what he tells you to take.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that. I had to say that.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. I love that though. Because sometimes we get in our own way.
We do.
Sometimes we get in our own way. We have already decided what we want God to do. And we just start moving in that fashion. And he need to catch up with the plan that we have.
And he's shaking his head and just laughing at you.
Because in no way was that the direction you was about to go. And now you got to come over here and start from scratch. Because you don't listen.
Right.
I tell a joke often that when the pastor says turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor something, it's like the wrongest thing you could ever do.
Right.
Especially when they say, tell your neighbor it's going to be all right. I don't know that. I don't know how God intends to work that out for them. Sometimes our lessons are not always pleasant. Sometimes our lessons come with a little pain. And it's because we were hard-headed.
Ooh. Yeah, those whippings.
Yeah, after the finance company turned you down 3 times, you should have stopped. But the fact that you kept on harassing them, and then when you got to the 6th finance company, you swore that was God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And now you got a car payment higher than blood pressure, and you worrying about how you gonna pay it. All because you never was operating in the right mindset from the very beginning. Now you need somebody to fix it. Sometimes we're operating in the wrong mindset from the very beginning. Yeah. We just need somebody to correct it and let us know. No, you definitely misinterpreted that. You definitely took that the wrong way. Because once you take yourself out of the equation.
Yes.
And that's even when you're studying to show yourself approved, take yourself out the equation and put God in it. Try to see what he's seeing, not what you saw. Because you got Max Factor on top of yours. Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Oh, girl, you dating yourself talking about Max Factor. I'm sorry. Forgive me, y'all. I am a doctor, but I could be petty on the side too. I'm sorry. But she should date herself talking about some Max Factor. Did you hear that? Okay.
I want y'all to know Max Factor is out of business.
I mean,
Lord, they are part of the late great coalition, and Lord. I have brought them up.
Yes, you did. I mean, you did.
If you got Max Factor, you probably better go see somebody. And throw it away.
I mean, you need to put that in the garbage. Put it in the garbage.
But listen, we do expect you to tune in on September the 6th.
Yes,
tune in to the podcast. The podcast starts at
7 o'clock.
You better be ready. Get 6:55. Get your soda. Get your popcorn. make sure your phone is on the charger.
Please.
If you have a Roku, put it on YouTube and tune in. Get on the Facebook and pay attention.
And ask questions,
and
please.
Ask questions, please. Ask questions. Please. And then after you enjoy that on the 6th, hold on to your hats, because then on the 26th, you will get the opportunity to be a part of Sharing Hope.
Yes.
And you do not want to miss that as well. Sharing Hope is on Friday, the 26th. It starts at 5 p.m. and it is going to be held at 2620 Creighton Road. And it is definitely something you don't want to miss. We encourage you to hit that QR code.
Yes.
I'm leaving it on the screen on purpose so you can hit that QR code. You hit that QR code and you are registered for how many dollars again? Free. $0. This is the opportunity you have been waiting for. This is definitely something you want to participate in, encourage someone else to participate in. Listen, in the times that we live in now, we need somebody equipped in our families to do a little bit of everything. Send somebody in your family so that when we get into a crisis situation, somebody that has the skills set and the knowledge can talk them down until we can get them to much more needed help.
Yes.
But you got to first be able to get them off the bridge before you can get them into a building.
Can we get that?
Yeah, we got to get them off the bridge first.
yeah, that's where you got to start.
And sometimes you'll verbally shove them off the bridge if you don't know what to say.
Or say the wrong thing.
Yeah. So come get equipped so you can know how to successfully talk them off the bridge, talk yourself off the bridge, keep your mind from running astray. Although we know we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
If you don't, them, Gail.
If you don't know how to fight against it, you're in the same spots. So listen, come out on the 26th.
Yes.
Tune in on the 6th.
Yes.
Tune in on the 6th at 7.
Yes.
Come and participate on the 26th at 5.
Yes.
These are all things presented to you by Dr. Tawana House, who is a great big part of NAMI, but more importantly, a bigger part of Christ's body. Yes. Yes, a much bigger part of Christ's body, equipped in the word, equipped through knowledge to handle our mental situations, and the gracious, kind spirit of giving you what you need verbally without wounding you.
Amen.
Because she has successfully told me I was wrong without hurting my feelings.
You know,
You successfully told me quite emphatically, no, you're wrong as 2 of shoes. But she said it with such grace, I received it and took one of them lefts off and put her right on.
Oh, bless the Lord.
And I'm grateful, though. I'm grateful. Because people will sugarcoat you right to hell.
They will.
I don't want to go.
No, I don't either.
And they'll verbally allow you to send yourself right off a cliff.
I'm telling you.
And I appreciate you not allowing that either.
No, not on my watch.
So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Because I know I'm something to deal with.
Yes.
It's something to know yourself. James say, don't look in the mirror and forget what you saw. So
I do that to myself a lot.
Hello. So I am super excited about this Saturday, the 6th at 7 p.m.
Yes.
You will get the opportunity to tune in through Facebook and YouTube and get great advice, encouragement.
Yeah.
You'll hear great testimonies, and you will have the opportunity to ask questions for yourselves. So Saturday, 7 o'clock, tune in. And then on September the 26th, you can be in the building, baby. And it costs you absolutely nothing. So if you got a child that play football, send the daddy. If you the daddy, send the mama. If you and the daddy need to come, send the auntie. but put your butt in a seat. Come and get this great word and be encouraged by others that have the ability and the knowledge to help you through your situations. I want to thank Dr. Tawana House for coming and hanging out with us today. Always a pleasure. The monthly visits are definitely needed, and we appreciate it. Look, it's early September, child. We got to wait till October. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
We might have to make you back. We got to bring you back for something.
Just let me know. I'll figure it out.
Jam ain't here, so she didn't get her dose.
Oh, yeah.
We have to get our little dose, baby. We have to get our dose in. But we thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to listening to you on Saturday.
Yes.
And we look forward to being in the house with you on the 26th.
Yes.
This is your girl, Miss